Darien, just yesterday the bot came to a decision to rename Calhoun Honors College and Tillman Hall. That came as a surprise to me. What was your reaction when you heard that?
I think it was just awesome. I think from my experiences here, a lot of people have been fighting for that for a long time before even student athletes fought for it. A lot of black students on Clemson fought for that initiative. And it was just cool to see a collective work, just a lot of people coming together. That's kind of what we're doing out here too, is just trying to bring people together, try to make some change. I think it was, I think the reason I think it's important, I mean, it is a name, but it puts black students as a forethought instead of afterthought. I feel that's important as far as us coming to campus and feeling like we appreciate it and thought about.
What did the name Tillman Hall, what does that invoke in you?
Yeah, I just feel like it just upholds a part of society or like some history that I feel like we don't really agree with anymore. So I feel like if it's going to cause any harm, I feel like we shouldn't have it on campus.
Can you talk about the way that the Clemson community has embraced this initiative? I mean, this is a few days old that you guys put up the call,
right,
and you're already seeing folks gather. They're wearing the black. What's it like for you to see the community come out like this?
I think it's awesome. I mean, even if it was just our team, I think it'd be awesome. But I think just to have people in the community come out, I think it's awesome. I think it's a step. That's the biggest thing. Like, we're not going to change the whole entire world today, but I think it's a step in the right direction.
Now they changed the name. What more do you want to see from Clemson after this?
I think we on all the meetings I've been in, all the tables I've been in recently, I think we got a lot of steps in every direction. I think the biggest thing is just to continue to take steps. I feel like a lot of people got a bunch of dreams and maybe initiatives they've already been fighting for. Kind of push those, and some new things we want to push. I think the whole thing is just to continue to take some steps.
With everything, all the meetings and everything you guys have had, which one's been the most impactful, do you feel like, to you? And is there anything that stands out from any of those meetings?
Yeah, I think like we've had the team meeting and the senior meeting. We've been, me and Mike and Cornell, Trevor, and a couple of guys been in a lot of meetings with people on campus. I'll probably say Coach Sweeney's meeting at his house when he called the seniors back. It was our first time seeing him in a couple months, and it was just authentic. It was real. Everything going on in the country right now is pretty obvious, but it's just like I feel like it was the most authentic meeting I've been in. I'm an old head, so I've been here going on 5 years now, but in 4 years that's my favorite meeting ever, just because there was so much love. I feel like we really came together as a team.
You've been a part of a couple of national championships, right?
Yeah.
Where does this stand as far as your accomplishments as a Clemson student, not just as an athlete?
Definitely towards the top. I mean, me and Mike were joking on the way. I feel like I'm about to play a game, like get some butterflies. But it's just validation that I'm doing something that like I'm proud of. I feel like it's I don't know. It's just cool to see a bunch of young guys put a vision together and have so much support from the university, our community. It's definitely up there towards the top. I really would say that.
How have you seen the team come together? Not only before guys, but in the team meetings, how has it changed?
It's one of those things where I feel like people are waiting on somebody to do something, and then once you kind of create spaces and have conversations, people are just waiting to talk. So I think a lot of conversations, and then just a lot of us just trying to do it together. Like at the end of the day, I think some people are hurting. They need to be heard. Some people want to be educated and realize they've probably been ignorant to some things because of their upbringing. And there needs to be some grace for that too, as far as like those people getting educated and them honestly coming forth about how they grew up. So some people only know what they don't know. So I think it's just probably.
I saw your sign that you talked to Jay Yerby.
Yeah, he gave me that sign. That's my boy. So he shipped it to me. It's the exact same sign. That's my brother, man. Like I've been knowing him since I was 16, 17, and we've both had visions of going to 2 different universities, rival schools, and trying to shine some light on campuses. And so, he shipped me the sign. Obviously, it kind of went viral, so I was like, hey, bro, if it ain't broke, I ain't going to try to fix it. Send it to me. And so it's a great sign. Matter is the minimum, because I feel like that is, like, there's so much truth in that. Like, Black Lives Matter is legit the minimum.
You just had an experience right here where an older white man wearing the black shirt tells you he's proud of you. What does that mean? You know, and does it make you feel like my voice is being heard?
No, for sure. I mean, I think that just represents like different generations.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like I feel like our generation is kind of bringing some fresh wind to this fight. People have been fighting for a long time, and it means like it does my heart well to know we're doing something right.
Have you had conversations with Jay as well, like over the past?
Oh, legit. She shipped me the sign. I didn't know overnight shipping was $40, so I kind of regret him shipping me the sign. I told him to ship it, but he said he sent me the cash. It was like $40. I was like, oh man. But yeah, we talked, and honestly, we've always piggybacked off each other to do different things on the team, whether like just faith things or even stuff like this. Oh, my fault. Man, you got it. And we honestly talk every week. One of my best friends, he'll be at my wedding. It's my dog.
How does this feel? Does this feel different? Does this protest feel different than what we've seen in the past?
Yeah, I just thought we went through every channel. We could have done this last week. Honestly, we had some dudes on the team that just want to throw it together. And I feel like we could have not involved everybody. I think to have like all the involvement from every angle on campus, our president, our AD, our head coach, all the players, other athletes. I think we just did it the right way. I feel like that's what's probably I'm most proud of, to see it all come together. And I feel like it's family. We're trying to make some difference.
And what's the message for today going to be? There's
Yeah.
got to be more than just the Black Lives Matter. There's got to be more to the message.
No, for sure. I think it is like we're seeing. I think you can unify and educate. I think some people try to pick either side of the coin. Either you like go too soft, you don't tell people the truth, or you don't tell people the truth and you kind of blast them. There's no unity. I feel like you can do both. So hopefully people leave here, we're all unified, but at the same time, like differences, you got a place where you feel understood and heard, but also at the same time, you can come here and listen if you feel like you haven't listened before.
Any political message you want to express? I mean, with the vote coming up this fall?
Hey, go vote.
Sorry if you've been asked this, but what has the support from the administration meant to you all as you set this up?
So much. It's just like that's the biggest thing. I mean, we need people in power to help us out. At the same time, we're passionate, but at the same time, just to have their voices and their support just means so much more. And I think it's as far as like making change on campus, you need everybody to do it. We've seen that guys bringing awareness on social media at the same time, like people fighting in shadows at boardroom tables for this same initiative to get the names changed. And I feel like it's just a step. That's what I've been telling me and President Clemson. It's been a lot of conversations. It's just like, hey, just try to take some more steps each day, each week, and then shame on us if we don't do anything after this, but we will.
Tough question, but obviously the detractors.
Yeah.
Yesterday, a lot of them were like, "Oh no, next thing you know, people are going to be coming after the Clemson name."
Right.
Is that even a thought?
Are you talking about the people that want this to happen?
That would say, "Oh, that would be next." That's what people will want, would be the Clemson name to be changed.
Honestly, I probably need to educate myself on that more. I don't know. I just feel like if it's a step in the right direction, I feel like we'll do everything we can to help it happen. I really don't know too much about the Clemson name per se. I've known about Calhoun and Tillman, but I think if it's a step, I think people will try to make it happen and push the initiative.
Trevor mentioned that you were on the phone like all week. Can you give us a little bit of insight into like what the planning actually looked like and like the conversations you had to have?
Yeah, me and Ross have been on. I mean, I think everybody wanted to help from every angle, like social media, on campus, people that help put up the stage. I feel like everybody wants to do something. I feel like nobody really knows what to do, and that was kind of our thing. Like, hey, let's do something where people can come together, and it could be something good. So I think that's just. I've been on phone calls with a lot of my friends, a lot of my mentors, and I need some guidance. And like, hey, this is my first ever protest, and I'm organizing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I think that's just. I've been on the phone all week, but just I think it's a good time for people to listen. I feel like people want to hear my voice. At the same time, for me to listen, because I'm like 22 years old, trying to figure it out as well.
And this may be something you're planning to talk about on stage, but can you tell us a little bit about what those names, Calhoun and Tillman, mean to you as a black man on this campus, seeing